Not every single generation of 7 Series is actually set up in the same way. That's very important to stress. Yes, historically, BMWs were always set up on a more sporty side, more driver-focused than, for example, Mercedes. The way they were set up on this scale was not the same in terms of each generation of 7 Series. And that is very important to note. It changes massively from the first generation to the second, to the third, and to the fourth. So let's talk about the actual generations of 7 Series. Obviously, E32 is the second generation of 7 Series, but I think we are forgetting a little bit of history when we admit to the fact that there was nothing before that. In the 50s and 60s, BMW was already competing with Mercedes in this segment. Historically, you can go back to BMW 501 and 502, and you can go to Mercedes Heckfloss or Fintail, if you like the first predecessors of 7 Series and S-Class. Before the first generation of 7 Series, there was actually another generational clash, I would say. BMW E3 and Mercedes 116. Then you move to the first generation of 7 Series. It's E23 and it's the lightest of all generations of 7 Series. In general, the car would weigh, depending on the engine, between 13 to 1500 kilos. So it was relatively light, and it's the lightest 7 Series of them all. It's the most nimblest, and it's also the only 7 Series which was converted to a race car, and actually a class-winning race car. So if you're looking for the most sporty 7 Series, I cannot think of anything else than E23, simply because of its weight, simply because of its racing history, and simply because it's so easy to transform into a track-performing car without unnecessary ballast of technology. So it was a Shark-era racer. Then you have the second generation of E32, and most people mix E32 with Mercedes W140, but it actually was developed against W126 S-Class. Then you have the E38, third generation of 7 Series, which is the Bond car, and I think universally the most loved 7 Series. Probably the car that receives the best feedback in terms of the BMW culture, BMW scene. So mainly thanks to this generation, E32 is actually quite overlooked, although they share a lot of similar or identical engines and technology. E65, E66, 67 and 68, the Bengal era 7 Series, which is on the heavy side. It's actually 100 and something kilos heavier than E38, which is already 2.1 something tons heavy. So these two generations are really beginning to getting big and heavy and comfort oriented.